Let's start with Andrew here.
Joe was just talking about the sting of the first game.
Excuse me?
The sting from the first game.
Right.
The way it played out, and that there was all this hype and everything kind of went the way it did. Do you think it's important that you guys don't forget that sting and sort of feel a little bit of it, feel what you're moving forward?
Yeah, we got to move on from the loss. We felt that in week 1, and we moved on from it, but we never forget that feeling, and we don't want to go back to it, so we just will.
Would you say that you guys have steps you've taken the last 2 weeks to distance yourself from that?
Exactly. It was a mentality shift in that locker room where guys was just like, we got to buckle up. It can't be X, Y, and Z. We just got to go out there and just have fun and play and not be tense. I feel like that game we were a little too tense, and it just led to one thing to another. So, guys went out there, cut loose these last 2 weeks, and it was nothing but, you see the results.
Yes, Jeremiah Holloway in South Carolina.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man. I got to ask you about, obviously, the 62-yard touchdown. Yeah. Can you kind of break down what that was for us? Because, part of us watching it, we're trying to figure out, who initiated the fumble. So can you break down just what that play was?
Definitely. I was just trying to get to the ball. CJ was there first. CJ hit the guy, and it was a little loose, so you give CJ that, and I just, as it was falling out, I just took it and scored. So, yeah.
Doug? Quick on the rest of the state address. The fourth and goal,
yes.
Quarterback, how important is that, especially after momentum?
Definitely. Every time they get in the red zone, they don't have to score. Anytime, they get down there, it's our job to stop them, no matter if the offense did it, if we did it, if special teams did it, we have to stop that team, whoever we're playing in that red zone. Nobody's allowed to score down there. So every time they get in that red zone, it's important to stop those guys, no matter who we're playing.
Adam? Mikai, what would you say, Adam Smith with South Carolina?
Yes, sir.
Good to meet you.
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you too.
What would you say has been the key for this defense the last 2 weeks in sort of playing to the finish line?
Yeah.
It seems like, like last week you had the second half shutout to Charlotte. This week you almost shut them out in the second half again until the very end.
Yeah.
Has there been like a better focus, you would say? Or what would you attribute to get it to the finish line?
Like I said, it's just a process throughout the week, and what we do throughout the week that gets us these results. If we go in there and BS on Tuesday and then Wednesday, what you're gonna see on Saturday is, so it's just our process throughout the week. I feel like this week and the week before, even that week, it was just, we practice hard. So we just gonna continue to practice hard and continue to elevate. It's only up from there. So.
Grant?
Hey, kind of going up with Adam's question, by the way, Grant Sasher, Tartles, like I said,
Nice to meet you.
This is the first time in 13 years, I believe it was since 2012, where the North Carolina defense has held an opponent to no touchdowns. When you hear stuff like that, what does that mean to you and the rest of the guys on the block?
We just gotta keep on going. It's not the end. It's still early in the season, and we're looking forward to do that to all of our opponents. We just want to shut them out and just play hard football, hard-nosed football. And that's our goal, is just to continue to elevate, like I said before.
Jeremiah?
What are some of the things that Bill Belichick, Steve Belichick has told the defense that has elevated the ball and taken it to another level?
We hear a lot from Coach Belichick every day, so it's nothing I could specifically point out. But one thing I do know is when we walk in this facility, we are prepared, we are ready to go. And that's all. He just makes sure we know what to do. We know our job. We know our responsibility. Like Ship said earlier, tough, smart, dependable. We need those kind of guys in the room. So,
Shelby?
Shelby Swanson with the News Observer. Great game. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Curious, it was a little bit rough stretch kind of in the middle of the game with two really long drives where just kind of kept extending. What do you think was maybe going wrong there for you guys, and how were you able to adjust that?
We gotta win on third downs. And just be more physical, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing that they do. It's everything. It's on us. So this week we just got to work on, just stopping the run, being more physical, getting off the field on third downs, things like that. The little things that could take us to the next level. So.
Go back left here.
Alexander Jones, the Daily Tar Heel. How would you kind of characterize the shifts in the defense's mindset coming into this game, as well as how would you characterize its identity?
people probably thinking we beat down on, Richmond, but that's a good football team we just played. Really great football team. And it's hard to win. No matter where you are, it's hard to win. And so every game, the mentality must be go dominate no matter who you're playing. So coming to this game, we still practice hard. We still did those things. So, we got to keep that mentality of just applying pressure to whoever we're playing and foot on the neck.
Last one for Kenan here.
Mikai, Melkor had a great game today with 2 sacks and fumble recovery. What have you seen from him recently, and also this defensive line that seems like it's kind of getting into?
Yeah, that's, Melkor, Jersey guy. I'm really excited for him. I'm so happy. I watch how hard he worked in this offseason, and it's just amazing. He's one of those guys when I got here, he asked me where I'm from, Jersey, and that Jersey connection, we got right to it. But he pushes everybody. He's a great leader, great, just a person you want to be around every day. And his defensive line, they're great. You got Fleazy, you got all those other guys on the D-line, CJ, Xavier, and those guys, they go in there and they work. Sometimes they make me right. Sometimes, it's just the connection is there. We spend a lot of time together, and, those guys are going to be great. I just can't wait to see how we do this season.
Yeah, just a quick follow-up. Bill also mentioned how the communication has really been off in our defense team.
Yeah.
Like that's true between linebackers.
It's true. That's all we work on in practice is our communication. That's football. We talk. It's just communication. You don't got no signals, no communication. Good luck. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good one.